Hello, hello.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Well, we are so excited to have you on here. I've been waiting on this all day.
Man,
So let's go ahead and get into it.
Delivering real entertainment and music. It was all a dream. Dream Radio. Now turn it up.
So what's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's your girl, Cindy B, and the same with the gang, and you are tuned into Underrated TV on Dream Radio. And I have a very, very special guest here with me today. So go ahead and introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are and what it is that you do.
how you doing? How you doing? Underrated TV. It's PV Honcho. You dig? PV in the flesh. I'm a music artist, but not only a music artist, I also do entertainment as well. But main focus is music.
Yes, yes. So definitely got a lot of good songs. I definitely took a look at your album. So let's talk about that. That just came out for you. So
Yeah, it did.
how was that process for you with that album?
That process. I mean, relatively with music, I do make music kind of fast. Just by just having songs that's in the vault. But for me, it was more so kind of like it was more in a sense. I want to say 95% going into it emotion, dealing with different things, and then the other 5% was kind of more so like how can I be relatable to people?
Yeah.
So like when it come down to certain songs like Apologetic Love of Us, stuff like that, that was more so me dealing with a female. And then when it came down to songs like Preach, Growing Pains, Deep Thoughts, it was like for me it was like going through certain life events, as to say.
Yeah.
So it kind of like gave me the inspiration for certain things. Because when I make music, especially that album specifically, for me it was I wanted to come up with an album with a different sound than what I'm used to making.
Mhm.
So with that project, I would say it was more so like I want to have a commercial project where it's songs you could still hear on the radio, but at the same time, like you can hear, I want to say the pain, but it's relatable to others too, because I know there's other people that probably go through the same thing.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. So you actually, are showing people a part of yourself that you normally don't show.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have an album like that. So what made you even want to begin pursuing, something like music and then getting to this point? Like what made you want to start taking that seriously?
I mean, for me, pursuing music, for me, it was more so like trying to. I mean, where I come from in Los Angeles area, 'cause I'm from Watts, Los Angeles, California. Watts is the city, but that I'm from. But it's a lot of it's kind of like in between negative and positive aspects, but in the city where the city I'm from, like it's a lot more negatives that overweigh the positives to a certain extent.
Mhm.
So for me, I had to figure out a way to keep myself away from being a victim of my environment. Also, with growing up in a music-based family, but at the same time, just loving music in a sense.
Yeah.
So but what initially kind of gave me that initial start of like, yo, I really want to pursue this was I remember I had told this story before, but I remember when I was in middle school, it was funny. I was in middle school. One of my friends out of my circle had came to school and wrote a rap, and he was like, we was sitting at the table and was it lunch? It was lunch. And he was like, he's like, hey, let me spit this rap for y'all. So he wrote this rap and he started rapping. And all of us was like, hey, that shit hard. That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
So at the time, I was like, I didn't know if I wanted to go between actually making music or being a producer. But I was like, producers make a lot of money behind the scenes. So I was like, let me go in the producer route. But I was like, the homie came with a little rap, little song, so I want to come back with a song too.
Mhm.
So on a little beat making website at that time that I found, they had like pre-made hooks, pre-made verses. So
Yeah.
literally what I did, I literally just listened to it and copied down the whole verse and just wrote it down.
Wow.
And I went to school the next day. I'm like, hey y'all, I wrote a rap too. Like, you know what I
Like
mean?
if he
So
can do it, I can do it too. So what?
yeah, yeah. So literally I was like, hey, let me rap this for you. So like they was all like, let me see what y'all got. So, and I ain't gonna lie, it was a little dumb little rap because it was kind of like it was more so like a hook. And
Mhm.
when I had rapped it to them, they didn't even let me get all the way through. They was like, nah, bro, that
Oh
shit
my.
trash. That shit trash.
Dang.
Just stop.
They ain't
Just
even let you finish. Oh wow.
yeah. So after that, basically, that kind of gave me a sense of like instead of kind of being down about it because all my homies said, yeah, you was trash, bro. It kind of gave me that like, okay, now next time I come, I gotta come harder,
Yeah.
like stuff like that.
Yeah. So
So
you can't practice. That's good though, because some people that might they might give up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just
yeah,
actually practicing your craft. That's what you got to learn something you want to do.
oh yeah, of
Even if that
course.
means rapping, because everybody cannot rap. Jesus, we know
Hey,
this. Okay.
hey, I mean to be honest,
Yeah.
in this day and age, making music really is just a popular trend. It's been a popular trend
Yeah.
for the past couple of years now. So
Mhm.
this,
So, what is I know like with your music and everything. So like you produce. So like, what would you explain like your type of genre of music? Because I know you can speak a little Spanish too. Like you bilingual,
yeah.
y'all, in this song. So what
Yeah.
are we? So what type of if you could explain your type of music to people and and did you produce a lot of the songs on your record on the
Beat
album?
beat wise for me, it was more so just paying different producers for beats, or just working out certain business deals with certain producers for beats. But me myself, when it comes down to doing my music and like producing and putting everything together, I'll say me personally, I don't have a team, so I kind of just do everything on my
Oh
own.
wow.
Yeah, so literally everything comes out of my pockets. Everything idea wise promotion, I go ahead and try to figure that out, come up with ideas, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the support and love, genuine love I do have from, certain family, certain friends, and certain people that may not know me personally, but they just love my music, so they just been supporting for a
Yeah.
long time.
Oh wow, but that's good though. You are investing in yourself, which is really good. Like
Yeah,
I always tell people, if we can't take the risk ourselves, how could we expect someone else to want to invest in us and take the risk with us?
yeah,
So it
for
all
real.
starts with you. So that is really good. And for you to do a lot on your own, it's a really good album, y'all. It really is. I took the time to listen to it. It's a really good album. I feel like it was well thought out and put together with your songs. So
Hmm.
kudos to you. I
I
really
appreciate,
enjoyed it. It's a really
I
dope album.
appreciate
So
that.
y'all make sure y'all go cop his album, Something Different. It is out right now. I
All
swear, he has
platforms.
multiple platforms that it's out on.
Oh
So
yeah.
definitely go follow that album. So when you were coming up, starting to perfect your craft and, really learn how to be an artist and that, who are like what inspired you? Who are some people that inspired you? It could be other
Um,
artists or anybody that has, been motivation for you.
Really and truly, it was never really artists. Like it was never a music inspiration. It was always seeing the people around me, type of inspiration. Just certain family members, certain friends that I knew. What I mean, they had a lot of potential, but they didn't have the resources, so they went a different route in life. Rest in peace of some of
Yeah.
my fallen homies, and rest in peace of my family. But just seeing the struggles that either I or a lot of people around me had to go through, for me, it was like, I want to I want to give opportunity. I want to figure out a way I can make it so I can come back and give opportunity to show them that, like, show them that you can't make it as long as you just have a strong mind about it.
Yeah.
So, and especially too, when you grow up in Watts, California, you had the projects, and you have just stuff around the projects. But just growing up like on the east side of LA, you know what I mean? it's a lot that goes on. So I got like when I say you can fall victim to your environment, a lot of your influences may be the wrong people. You know what I mean? And it's like
Yeah.
they may tell you like, hey, you don't want to do this, you don't want to be like me, but at the same time, you looking at what they doing, you not listening to what they telling you, and
Right.
and
Right.
for and so just me losing the homies that I had, and certain family members that I had, for me, it was like, I don't want to keep losing homies. I don't want to keep losing family. You know,
Yeah.
they out here struggling. And if I could get away to, show them something different, then I'm going to do that. And so for me, that was really my inspiration to make the music happen.
Yeah. That's good. That's really good because, a lot of times when artists they, make it or get to that point, some of them, they don't look back on their community or,
Yeah.
want to look back and help, So that's really good. That's really good. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. So do you have any desired collaborations that you want to do in the future with any other
Um,
artists?
I mean, rest in peace, Nipsey. I always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I was also close to him as a kid growing up. I always admired his will to teach knowledge to everybody else on how to succeed. Who else? Fabulous was one of my musically, one of my all-time favorites. Um, Current day, I would say 2C, another one of my current day favorites. I would say this on a music note, because I know a lot of females don't like him right now, but on a music note, keyword music. I would love to work with Tory Lanez on a music
I
note.
know, and the crazy part is he is such a great artist.
that
He
that
really is.
on me.
But
That's it.
man, you messing up right now. You are
You
messing
know,
up right now.
that's why I tell people musically, he's my favorite artist. One of my other current
Man.
day favorite artists musically. Another a very up and coming artist out of
Someone
LA.
said you and the baby. Yeah, I definitely could see him doing a song with the baby.
Yeah, the
That
baby
yeah,
for
that would be
sure.
interesting.
Also too, also too, like she said, Blast, which is also another very big up and coming artist out of LA, Blast and Dino. Um, but me personally, like outside of major big artists, I mean, there's a lot of like, I would say for me, I love working with people that's not really known in a sense, just because it's like I feel like like with me, I'm still up and coming myself. So it's like I don't want to do a song with a major artist right now, just because I don't want people to look at it where it's like, if a lot of people don't know me, they want to listen to a song because I may have the baby on the song, so they want to listen because they want to hear the baby's version, not mine. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like I'd rather do songs right now with artists that's kind of on the same level as me,
Mhm.
just because it's like when people listen to it, they tapping in and like, okay, I want to hear the song just in the general sense,
Yeah.
you know.
No, I get
So
that, and that's good because it allows you guys to network, and you're
yeah,
helping each other come up. So that's great. Because I'm all for underground, like because they sometimes they sound better than some of these mainstream people that are out here.
yeah,
Just to be honest, so
yeah, for real.
yeah, I think that's really dope. So one thing that I saw about you is you are also a barber.
Yeah,
So
I
when
am.
did you become interested in being a barber? Like when did that happen?
Really, just being in middle school, I got tired of my mama paying my mama got tired of paying for my haircuts at that time. And then I got
Trust
tired
me, I
of
understand. I have a 10-year-old boy, so I feel her pain.
it. And then as I got older, but when I was in middle school, I just always felt like it's good for a man to just know how to at least cut his own hair. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
once
that's
I
good.
Cause I felt like if I got somewhere I need to go tomorrow in the morning, I may not have time to book a haircut. I don't want to go looking all messed up and hair not like no line up, no
Right.
nothing. And then if I can't wear a hat, then I'm like, oh dang, man, I got.
Exactly.
I'm looking kind of like my outfit look good, but
They're
my
gonna be
head
like,
isn't.
you kind of looking a little
Yeah.
rough right now. I
So
don't know.
yeah. So in due time of me cutting my hair, I would say in middle, all throughout middle school, and I say in the beginning of high school, like ninth, like that's when I was like, okay, I'm just cutting my hair. But once I got comfortable enough to where I could cut other people's hair, I want to say I was like going into the 11th grade, and then what really took it off was when I had moved back to California from Seattle, Washington. Um, what it was that my football homies, because I moved to Orange County instead of moving back to LA. I moved to Orange County. My
Mhm.
football homies, I was going to the junior college at the time. They all from the South, all different other parts. And in Orange County, where I lived at, there was really no black barbershops. So I'm like, hey, y'all, I cut here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was like a few of them. Like one of my homies, shout out to Big Dog. One of my homies, he just gave me a chance, and I and
Mhm.
I, I didn't have the talent back then like I do now with my barber, and so
Yeah.
I was just starting out, and I told him like, "Hey, bro, I'll cut you for free one time to try me out. You know what I mean? See if you like it,
Yeah.
and then if you like it after that, come pay me. You know what I mean? And or you just bring people my way." And he played on the
Yeah.
football team, so it was that much easier. He was my
Yeah.
work.
So he knew people. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically
That's
after that,
cool.
yeah. So then after that, that's like when more and more people started liking my work, and I'm like, yo, I like this. I'm making my money from it. I was getting like 5, 6 heads a night. I was like, okay, yeah,
That's
okay,
good. Right. You in high school, you like, I am set, okay?
for real. So
That's
that's
dope. That's really, really dope. So what could you see like your future goals, especially like with your music career and even being a barber, how do you see that going hand in hand in the future for you?
um when it comes, I mean, for it to be hand in hand. Out initially with my music, initially I do one of my own record label and that, which is where Problem Inc. came from. So like that's why like a lot of my album covers you may see it say Playground Entertainment and X Problem Inc. Because Playground Entertainment, because like I said, I do entertainment. I went to school for directing and also doing music videos. So
Yeah.
I write scripts. I'm in the middle of actually working on my own show right now.
Oh,
Still in the process
okay.
of writing the script. You know what I mean? So
Okay, so
yeah,
director mode. Okay.
yeah. Because
That's good.
I look at it in a sense like in the industry I'm going into, it's so much opportunity in different lanes from behind the scenes to the front line. Like why not
Yeah.
tap into a lot of different lanes, because it's like you never know what's really gonna stick.
Mhm.
So so I got that in the works coming soon. And then for barbering, like just owning a barber shop, just owning a chain of different shops. I also want to own a beauty supply, I mean, a little
Yeah.
convenience store. Just different stuff so that way, because I've always looked in a sense of if I have kids one day, you
Mhm.
know, I want to be able to have something to pass down to them. So that way,
Exactly. There it is.
they ain't like, they
Yeah.
ain't trying to figure it out and stuff like that. Like, oh, I got a barbershop. If my son
Mhm.
or daughter so happens to like doing hair or some type of, something like that, boom, there you go.
Mhm.
You
Nope,
know,
that's it
so
right there. That generational wealth. So I'm so with it.
oh
So
yeah,
I am rooting for you. I hope putting it out there in the atmosphere. That's all gonna happen because you have such
oh
great
yeah,
goals and your music is doing so well. So I definitely want to get into playing one of your songs. So go ahead and talk about your song "Playground." So I'm gonna
okay.
generate that song.
Eh, it's funny that you say that, because like one of my partners back in Seattle, we was actually just talking about that song and what was my meaning behind it. So when it comes down to playground, the meaning of playground in a sense, for me, a lot of people may not know, but like I always tend to use a playground of kids in the music industry as a metaphor. or as a metaphor for the music industry. So
Yeah.
when you look at a playground full of kids, you always see different groups of kids. You know, you see the playground bully. You know, you want to this my parks. You know, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, you see the kids that they just first go onto the playground. They want to play, have fun. You see the group of kids that you know that's just they kick it spot. You know, they go kick it up under the slide or something. You
Yeah.
know, and then you have the kids that they trying to run it. They trying to say, screw the bully, I'm trying to run it. It's my show.
Yeah.
So so when I say playground, like when I like in the hook, when I say I see them hating on the playground, I'm basically the kid that's trying to come in and let all them know this my show. Like
Yeah.
I'm new here, but this my show. I'm running this show. You know, and it's
Okay.
so, but in the sense of it'll be me and going into the music industry and just taking over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I know y'all been here for a minute, but I'm coming in. I've been studying what y'all been studying. I know what y'all know. I'm coming in, turning in.
Yeah.
Like, so that's kind of like basically the basis behind that song.
Hmm. Well, all right, y'all. So we gonna get into the song. This is one of the songs on his new album that just came out, something different, and it is called Playground.
Yeah, they say now, I see you niggas really hating on that playground. But fuck them nigga, I just go and get that pay now. I whip the rafe, it just on me, I play the game now. They cannot stop me, but I say it, yeah, I say it now. I see you niggas really hating on that playground. But fuck them nigga, I just go and get that pay now. I whip the rafe, it just on me, I play the game now. They cannot stop me, but I say it. When I just go and I get it. Whip it, I whip it, I whip it. Fuck it, I flip it, I flip it. She want me, I'm with it, she get it. When I just go and I get it. Whip it, I whip it, I whip it. Fuck it, I flip it, I flip it. She want me, I'm with it, she get it. Watch me with that rate while I get that pay. She didn't like it, now I do it, baby, say okay. Woo, let me know something, big. Hold up now, say okay. Spend a bag in a day. Fuck it up like shit, yeah. Let me just fuck up the vision. I'm pushing that hit and I'm capping the pay. Rolling this thing, but switching the rate. For now, I'm just zooming away. I back up a bitch, she bougie, but fuck it, I'm fucking today. Cause when I just beat it, I'm knocking it down and throwing it back to the paint. Like, yeah, I just say it's okay. Yeah. Fuck it, but now I just know on the day. Yeah, fuck it. Let me just go on okay. Yeah, fuck it. But now I'm just saying okay, yeah, fuck it. I see you niggas really hating on that playground. But fuck them nigga, I just go and get that pay now. I whip the rafe, it just on me, now play the game now. They cannot stop me, but I say when I just go and I get it. Whip it, I whip it, I whip it. Fuck it, I flip it, I flip it. She want me, I'm with it, she get it. When I just go and I get it. Whip it, I whip it, I whip it. Fuck it, I flip it, I flip it. She want me, I'm with it, she get it. Shawty, she said it, she with it.
Yo, that beat is that beat is killer. Okay, like
Yeah,
y'all killed that beat. I ain't gonna that y'all
appreciate
song
it,
is dope,
appreciate it.
y'all. For real. Yeah, that is fire. And I'm telling you, the rest of the songs on the album is just as fire. So y'all make sure y'all go cop it. So then go download it on all your platforms. Go download it right now. Cause
Oh
boy,
yeah.
y'all, that's dope. That's really dope. So y'all make sure y'all go follow him. And if you know what, I'm sorry guys. I know sometimes you guys have questions too. So if y'all want to put some questions down, some last minute questions y'all want to ask him, please be my guest. But definitely go follow him. And definitely follow me at _ underrated TV. If you are any entrepreneurs in here that want to showcase your music, your business, whatever it is that you do, I would love to have you on here and promote you. Also follow at Dream Radio 619, all of my artists. If you want your music played in the playlist, we're going to start going live and adding all you guys. Please send your DJ packs to dreamradio619@gmail.com. Send them in because we want to get you on the playlist. Also follow at the mall, San Diego, and at the Ugly Dog Pub SC for all the events that are coming up. We just started our registration for Cypher Madness. It just started. Registration ends December 21st. $500 cash prize on the line, y'all. Only 16 spots available. So the post is on my page and the description to enter is down below. I so enjoyed having you on here, getting to
Most
know more
definitely.
about you, and your music is dope. It's fire. So I wish you all the best with that. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. So
All right.
y'all, we don't have anything else. Thank you so much again for being on here. Y'all make sure y'all go follow us. So definitely hit his music up, download his album, and you have a great rest of your night.
All right.